Hello tubers, this is Bobcat engine change part 2, and I just wanted to say, if you just clicked onto this video, can you subscribe and like, just because it helps the channel. In this video you'll see me doing the electrics a lot, and if there's some quite crucial things here if you want to be joining electrics of a Kabuto engine. But if you want to miss that, just fast forward over that bit and you can see the other things, okay? The engine has gone in, and as you'll see in this video, we get it going okay. There is going to be a part 3 because I did have a couple of problems afterwards regarding the diesel and the injector pump. So the part 3 will be on obviously after this one, and hope you enjoy it. Right, boys and girls, she's in. That's been a very hard job, especially this mount this side, because the valve block is all in the way. So I've had to make a mount that goes down like that, down that, and back underneath with some rubber there. And this one is quite straightforward. So the engine is rubber mounted there. On the front there we've got 290s welded to the front to keep it steady so it isn't moving on that splicer thing here. So we don't want it to move at all there, so that wants to keep solid there. But the rubber underneath the engine should take the bounce of the engine. Don't mind admitting, that was hard work, very hard work. Oh. Right, next job, radiators and stuff. Well boys, you go in. Shaft and everything seems okay. I've had a bit of a task fixing everything up here with the wiring. Radiator's in solid. This is just inside this now. But the electric stop has been giving me some good bit of grief, and if I stop it now, what about the stop to start it? It's something I'm doing wrong, I think. I'm setting up the normal stop. But I think we're going to have plenty of power. Obviously, the electric stop is in there, and something either it seized up or something like that. That's not perfectly in a straight line because the sump was catching the bottom, so I had to lift it slightly, so I hope that'll be okay. But at least it's running. At least it's running. Hey, hey! We're going to drop tidying things up yet, but I think... Right guys, this has been a bit of a task trying to wire up this Kabuto onto this Bobcat. Obviously it was nothing on it before to show what was what, so I've had to trace all the wires back, and there was basically a plug like this on. In reality, if you want to just do basic wiring, you're only going to need these 3 wires. I'm still not sure what this plugger is here. Yeah, that one going to the starter, so but we'll find that out. Anyway, if you look at this plug, you've got, that comes from the solenoid box here, and then the solenoids are switched on and sequence everything else. So that's what you got. I've had it running by cutting a few wires and just doing it straight without using the solenoid box. But what happens then is when you're using the start and the stop solenoid, it doesn't work properly. So that's why you've got to have this. The start and the stop solenoid has got 3 wires to it. Here it's got positive, and it's earthed on the engine itself, and this positive pulls back
the little mechanism in there so you can start the engine, but because if it was putting 12 volts with all the time, that would burn out. So what it does, it pulls it back, and the white one has got 5 volts in it, which is also positive, and then that sticks it back and the 12 volt turns off. So 12 volt to pull it back, 5 volt keeps it in the back, and the 12 volt switches off. It stops this burning out then. So that's really got to be done through that solenoid system there, or you can do it yourself with different wiring. But you've got the electric pump as well, which is the yellow wire, and that comes on with the ignition as well. Right guys, we wired this all up now. We only use these wires. So we got the return fuel pipe going out over there at the moment. So when I put the red one on the key to switch it on, so that turns on the pump and turns off the stop switch. You'll see that diesel running out of the far end, so that's all working. Blue one now is a heater, so hold that in with the heater to get the heater to work, and this one will start, which is a red and white one. We've got all the other ones here, the oil pressure and that. I haven't actually got anything in there to put them on yet, so we got the shaft, look. I had to lift the front of the engine up about half an inch because it was touching the sump, so that's going to have to be like that. So it's all working now, just with them 2 wires, and switch it off, just go like that. So here's the throttle. I've got to sort out the throttle yet somehow, but and there's the stop if you don't want to use the electric stop. Small little leak on one of them canisters really. I don't know what's wrong there. But the engine bit of it's working well. We're just going to fix these tyres now. That only took me about 3 or 4 days to do that. So here's the engine. I got a bit of a Heath Robinson throttle set up in the moment. We'll eventually do that to full electric, but I haven't ordered the part yet. But that works. Electric stop is all wired up properly. All the wiring is correct now. Air cleaner is up here on a bar going across. That's solid. See, the wiring harness is all done back up again, tidy. I've got the exhaust sorted up here. So at the moment I've got this just to put it on the thing in case something happens. But there was the throttle, it's on there now. And then the wiring goes up in there into the cab. And this is a genuine cold start. I haven't started this for 2 days now. So we've got the panel here, switch it on there, you had that's the heater. And there's the start. Sounds well, doesn't it? I can't wait to give it a go now. Right guys, there's been probably a week now since I've done the engine. I had some problems with the back wheels and tubes on the wheels, and one of the rims needed welding. I think I did it on here. Anyway, I cut a piece of another rim and welded it on another rim. Then I went to get the other wheel off and the studs wouldn't undo on any of them. They'd been rounded off, so I ended up having to cut the nuts off, then I couldn't get studs, blah de blah de blah. Anyway, here we are. Here's some more studs. I had to get about 20, 90 quid they cost. Anyway, this is an old stud off there. If you can see, it had a cutout on the one side, whoop, there. So I've had to cut them out. Oh, I haven't done him on you yet. I did on the other ones, I'll show you now in a minute. I cut a level bit out off there, off that side, so it slides in. And also, I have to take a little bit of a skither off this all the way around to get them in, because they're a little bit too thick. But nothing much. To basically look like that in the end. So I've done both wheels. I've put new tubes in them. I just put this wheel on now with the new studs on. There now. The nuts are slightly a bit short, but they're exactly the same as the ones that come off them. So there's nothing they can do about it. So there we are. So going to this side now. We're going to put the studs on there and put the wheel on there, and we are done. Well, there she goes, fellas, she's working. I'll just have to use it for a bit before I know for sure. It's running nice and quiet. Still got that crocodile clip on there in case something, I can just pull the crocodile clip off and nothing will get set on fire. Nice and quiet, I've got to say, compared to the other one. I suppose it's all whether this rim will last, really, that's the main thing. Because I did weld it, didn't I? So it'll either work or it won't. But you've seen this from start to finish. I put the old, just a simple easy fuel tank on it here, because I can see how much fuel is in it from in there. I will eventually put the one underneath, the proper one, when I make a strap to fix it on properly. So hope you enjoyed this little project. I've been meaning to do it since I bought it. So I think I originally bought this for 1400 quid because the engine wasn't very good in it. So I've had it for a good few years now and it needed doing. So job's a good one. See you next.